All right, let me go and get the screen recording started. I said starting and started at the same time. Doesn't even matter. Celestial rising, good afternoon, and divine night to the beautiful deity watching this video. It's your divine reflection, divine messenger. I'm back with another message to understand. Before we even get into this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more divine messages. I was waiting for you to like the video. I mean, you're just sitting here, you're watching, waiting to get tuned into some information, but you still have not liked the video. You haven't even shared it. Can you at least share? Like it? Subscribe? At least subscribe. But to my OGs, to the people who pay attention, of course, I did not feel good. We do have emergency right here. And I don't want to cuss nobody out or anybody's child or any adults. But for the love of God, for the love of Elohim, please wash your hands. Cover your mouth when you cough, when you sneeze, even when you burp. Please just have common courtesy when it comes down to health. Because, oh my goodness, please wash your hands. Use hand sanitizer. Be considerate of other people's health when you are not healthy. And as you are unhealthy, be mindful of how unhealthy you think you are. I should be in bed resting, but to my future self, just know everything you're doing is for a reason. Somebody out there needs that, including you right now in the current moment. To the person who's watching this, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for... I'm waiting for you to like the video. Before I even said it, you're just sitting here watching me, waiting for the information. Can you like the video? Subscribe? At least share it. Do you not want people to get to heaven? Mentally? Oh, you just want this information for yourself. I get it. Like the video. Please. Let's get into this, man, because I don't got time to waste. I do want to go back and lay down, man. Let's get into this. All right. Understanding the power of our 24 eyes and seeing beyond human perception. So, we got to understand, before we get to the 24 eyes, we have 9 eyes. Many people, I'm pretty sure some of y'all have spiritual teachers that you listen to or that you learn from. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your kneecaps, 6, 7. Your feet, 8, 9. So the bottom of your feet is 8 and 9. And it was crazy. We're going to get to the physical eyes, but before we do that, and the third eye as well. But with these eyes right here, you got to understand that with the palm of your hands, you can make a vibration depending on how you're feeling on things, depending on how you touch things. A certain touch, the certain sensation that you have within the palm of your hands is able to guide you into a deeper understanding of how you're able to see beyond the veils of your hands. Many people do not take care of their hands, meaning that, for one, they're going to be, let's say, diluted. And they'll be under the impression of you're not taking care of your hands properly. And because of that, that's why I mentioned earlier, wash your hands. If you're able to keep your eyes healthy, and on top of that, even when you're praying, when you're keeping your hands healthy, you're having them open to receive your grace and the abundance that you deserve, then you'll be able to see the abundance that you are desiring. Even though you shouldn't desire any amount of gifts, because you are already gifted beyond the gifts that you are wanting to be gifted upon. Once you are able to awaken these eyes right here, you'll be able to now meditate in different mudras as well, hand mudras as well. So even if you watch anime, they have a bunch of symbolism to where they're doing different hand signals, all that. But once you understand these different signs for your eyes, then you'll be able to understand that the eyes that you're seeing in the palm of your hands are able to help you indicate what you're actually seeing beyond the different veil of illusions. On top of that, your kneecaps. So your two kneecaps, you have eyes right there. As you get older as well, if you're not taking care of your kneecaps, they will start to hurt. They will crack. A lot of times they will hurt. Some people may not be able to walk. They may have to use a wheelchair, I don't say a crutch or a cane. Either way it goes, you may have to use one of those if you're not taking care of your eyes, which is exactly why if you're stretching, doing yoga, if you're going for walks, jogging, if you're exercising, you're able to keep these eyes up, because you have to be able to see past the present currently. I'm gonna say it again. You have to be able to see past the present currently, because once you're doing that in the future, you have to be able to see what you want to be in the future. So if you're not taking care, and on top of that, why are you getting on your knees to pray to a deity that's a reflection of you subconsciously? Which is why, and the thing is too, you can do whatever you want, but you have to always be careful and be mindful of how you're taking care of your knees, because if you're not taking care of your knees, especially if you're not going out to nature and putting your putting your eyes into the ground so you can be grounded, not only with your feet, but with your kneecaps as well, then you won't be able to actually understand the gifts that are within you. Because that's all this is. Because once you understand all 24 of these eyes, you'll be able to understand how gifted you actually are beyond your eyes, just these two eyes right here. Because people only perceive these two eyes right here as reality. But your eyes can't even determine what reality even is, because it's fictional for a reason. That's why it has a non-fictional category upon your fictional reality. And then the last is the bottom of your feet. As I'm doing right now, I'm grounding. So of course I could have been in my room, could have just been laying down chilling and all that. But no, what am I doing? Giving myself to the universe, giving myself to my mother, because I'm able to understand that whatever I'm going through, all I gotta do is just put my feet into the ground and I'll be able to receive all the help that I desire or the help that I need. Because of course I need to stay healthy, I need to stay positive so that my mind can be up to par with this eyes. And as I'm aligning myself with all 9 of these eyes together, plus the 24 eyes, well 15 eyes if you want to do the math or whatever, once you add those on top of each other, now it's like you're basically seeing beyond the observational perception of the simulations or the simulated simulations of simulators, processing your comprehension physically. So physically you have to be able to take care of their third eye, these 2 physical eyes right here, or your lens, these 2 eyes right here, your 2 kneecaps, left and the right, and then the bottom of your feet. You take care of all 9 of those eyes, there's no way that you won't be able to be spiritually in tune beyond your divine insight. Let's get into it. Physical eyes, okay. And yeah, I'm just gonna, we don't gotta explain too much, but it's self-explanatory basically. But if I do decide to go in depth, you know, just forgive me, because I like to over-explain things so that the person watching this, you can get it beyond the notes that I'm taking or that I took down already. Physical eyes placed and attached within the crown chakra. The 2 eyes we use to perceive the physical world around us. Our physical eyes are manipulated the moment we are comprehended in the womb, and once we get brought into this dimension. And the thing is too, our eyes are going to be, what the fuck was that? This shit just fell on my damn, I thought that was a bug, but anyways. So our eyes off the muscle is going to be subjected into wanting to follow propaganda. That's why I put media influencing. Oh, media influencing the mind of all ages. Many people and their perception is shaped by images, symbols, and messages we constantly digest through TV, social media, video games, phones, phone calls, and advertising. This concept is leading many people into having distorted views of reality. And that right there, you can just go on the internet and just see how people are perceiving their reality through social media. It's not reality, literally. And the thing is too, it got so bad that we got even kids under 15 years old. They feel as if they're watching these different influencers, or they're watching their favorite celebrities, or the different idols, or the different teachers. And when they're watching these different people on the internet, they feel as if what they're doing is right. But what is right and wrong in a world that is a double-edged sword? So people feel as if, okay, if these images and symbols are accepted amongst other people, and that's why they have comment sections as well, which is why the beings that came up with the internet, they were already thinking eons ahead, because the internet is going to last forever, obviously. On top of that, it's nothing but a informational database for them to copy your digital footprint, because of course these deities, these archons, and beyond that, they don't have creativity, but we give it to them because we sit on the internet all day. Which is why if you sit on the internet, if you observe people, they tell themselves every single day, which is exactly why you can be a producer to a bunch of consumers, which is exactly why if you want to be an influencer or a teacher or just anything out of the ordinary or out of the ordinary, you have to be a producer over the consumers, because people are not producing anything but negativity. Once you go above and beyond that enlightenment, you can understand that once you become a producer to consumers, then people will consume your product, because you know what's valuable to them and you know what people need in this reality. Social conditioning to where the eyes believe what they see. Society has a set standard of beauty, success, and normalcy. Normalcy. This influences what we focus on and believe is important. This blinds us to our own truth. And that's the crazy part, because You don't have to wear makeup to feel beautiful. You don't have to get a haircut to be handsome. You don't have to be dressed up in a suit and tie to look good. You don't have to wear a dress every single day to perceive beauty. And the thing is too, you don't have to post, like, you don't have to go on the internet and believe that what somebody's posting is success. Because what is success when you're already born successful? What is success? How do you define success? It's a social construct. So because somebody will see somebody posting a mansion or a yacht, them in a club, them around 100 girls, throwing money around, buying shoes, just basically bragging. People will feel as if this is supposed to be reality. That's supposed to be life. I want that to be my life. Okay, that's fine and that's dandy. But what will you do to get that life? And people will have many answers for that question. But the thing is though, you're not really answering the question. What will you do to get that life? Because when it comes down to success, there are levels to success. And the thing is, many of you aren't willing to arch your back to become successful. Take that how you take that. Take everything with a grain of salt. And before you even finish this video off, I'm neither right nor wrong, by the way. So if you get offended, I honestly do not care. But yes, we had to understand that whatever you focus on, it's blinding you from what's actually in front of you. You're conditioned to believe that these things that you see on the internet are successful or that's reality, but your lens have been distorted into what truth actually looks like. Because many people aren't posting their failures. Many people aren't posting consistently about what they actually care about. People are programmed and they're planted to be posting things that their mommy and their daddy, their rich mommy and daddy, deems as important to their empire. Because realistically, if there was no money involved, many of you would not see the influencers that you see right now. Fear and anxiety becomes the normal belief system. Negative imagery and fear-based news do manipulate our focus from doing what we're supposed to do, or what we are supposed to do every day, keeping our attention in the level of anxiety and distraction from finding inner peace and truth when there isn't a truth to search for. Let's keep on going. Materialism and our addiction to the possessions in the material plane. Our life is conditioned to value material wealth and external appearances, which lead us to overlook the deeper perspective of ourselves and others. Plus, we forget the meaningful aspects of life by focusing on the materials when they never mattered. Literally. So yeah, hopefully y'all take the notes, because at the end of the day, we don't have to go too deep into that because it's literally right there in front of your face, right? So how to be conscious of these manipulations? Being mindful of meditative observation. Excuse me real quick. When you are being mindful, meaning, like, for example, as I stated before in previous videos, meditation is however you make it. I'm meditating right now, my eyes wide open, but I'm still asleep. How is that possible? You determine what meditation is. But once you're being mindful, as you're meditating in the observation, you're becoming aware of everything around you. Even if you can't see something, you're still seeing it within yourself. As you're seeing it within yourself, you're able to go outside of yourself to observe the atmosphere around you, because you are in the atmosphere around you, surrounding yourself outside of you. And as you are going outside of yourself to observe what is around you, then you go within to see that, oh, you are everything around you, because you are the energy everywhere, being whatever you want it to be. So like these insects, for example, that is you communicating with yourself through other insects as well. Limit media exposure. Reduce exposure to media that manipulates emotions and distorts reality. Choose content that uplifts and informs rather than misleads. And of course, that's the hard part for some people, because some people will sit on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok all day. And the thing is, all these things are meant to destroy your mind, your subconscious mind. They are meant to annihilate your subconscious thoughts. And once you limit that, you have to and the thing is too, you have to be self-disciplined and do this. So for example, just using me for my experience, I limit my social media time to like 1 to 5 minutes. I post on there and I get off. Now, of course, I never scroll on TikTok. I kid you not, because it's stupidity. Instagram, I may catch myself scrolling for like 1 to 3 minutes, get right off. Twitter, I do scroll for at least 1 to 5 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes. But I make sure to get off though, because I get on Twitter to see different, let's say, informational perspectives to where I can put two and two together, come up with an observation of my own or a teaching of my own to where I can use that as a video. So that's usually what I do it for. Now, some people, they use Twitter for whatever the case may be. I can't worry about them. I can only worry about me. Seek inner clarity, meaning that you have to be able to go within and see how crystal clear you want your mind to be and what are you doing these things for. So as you're in the present moment right now, how clear do you want your mind to be? And the thing is too, as you're about to go work out, you have to be able to find that clarity before you actually go into the gym. Before you go into work, you got to find that clarity to actually have a good day before you go into your job. You have to want to seek that, meaning you have to go and, not go and find it per se, but you still have to go and find that. But I don't mean outside of yourself. So you don't walk through a door or many doors and just say, it's clarity here. Now let me close that door. It's clarity over here. Now let me close that door. You'll never find it. Once you sit still with yourself and you decide to bring that clarity within yourself, because think about it, clarity is literally everywhere. It's a clear perception of your thoughts. As you sit still with yourself and you decide to seek that within you, it'll crawl right to you like a baby. Broaden your perspective. And the thing is, you have to be able to go outside of your perception. So you have to want to become conscious of this manipulation. And the thing is, journal, go fast, go for a walk, have conversations with people about information, like not informational things, but knowledge that can bring you an informational perspective to where you're not so dense in your mind. You're becoming smarter and more intelligent because you're willing to put the work in. You're willing to want to get better because you're focusing on growth, not success. When you're growing every single day, that's how you become successful. Focus on the present. Test yourself daily to live in the moment, paying attention to what you perceive as real and present rather than losing your mind in manipulated images and expectations. This is plain and simple. We already covered that. All right, third eye, the Ajna chakra. I probably said that wrong, but anyways, located in the center of the forehead and the back of our head, associated with intuition, clairvoyance, and spiritual insight. Awakening your third eye will significantly heighten your intuitive abilities. This allows you to sense things beyond this physical realm of leaderboards. It's also a heightened perception that can help you make better decisions, understand underlying truths, and perceive discrete energies and insights that are not immediately obvious. Yeah, forget that noise. People are coming from church, but of course, we are in church right now and it's in session. With an open third eye, you will experience increased self-awareness and clarity for your purpose and a direction in life. It helps you recognize patterns and connections within yourself and your environment that you want to escape from. This can lead you to greater personal growth as well as overstanding. Let me go into view real quick because I don't need to type or anything like that. Let's go into, let's do this. Let's do full screen. All right, cool. All right, the third eye is linked with spiritual awakening and enlightenment. Awakening the eye of God or Elohim, Yahuwah, Almighty Divine, whatever you want to call God, can deepen your connection to your higher self and the universe within. It enhances your spiritual practices and provides a greater sense of inner peace and unity with the larger whole. So as you can see right there, the third eye, basically self-explanatory right there. You awaken that, you basically have the cheat codes. You unlock the cheat codes into this simulated holographic video game that you are existing in, and you forgot about it. But once you awaken, there is no going back, because basically you opening your third eye is basically you falling down a rabbit hole. Alice in Wonderland, go watch that movie again. But once you fall down that rabbit hole, there is no climbing back up to the top because you escape the crab in the bucket mentality. Once you're in and that's the thing too. So the Arctic Wall, for example, I was trying to gather my thoughts, my fault. The Arctic Wall, for example, once again, we are in a toy box. America, China, South America, Canada, Europe, Africa, Asia, whatever the case may be. All these different continents, countries, states, cool. If you see a map, there's an Arctic Wall literally guarding and observing our whole perception. Once you understand that, we are meant to be born in a bucket or a barrel, and we're all stuck at the bottom. wanting to figure out what's at the top and what's outside that bucket. But once we get to that top, we see what's out there, and we have two options. Actually, we have more than that, but I'm being generous. That first one, the people who were meant to climb to the top and escape, they see what's out there, they get scared, and they say, I don't want no parts of that. Because their third eye is becoming awakened, so they're woke. But once they're becoming woke, they see what it means to be awake. So what do? They climb right back down to the bottom of the bucket. So the crab's only gonna pull you back down. You're just gonna fall right back into their enlightenment anyways. The other option, you can get to the top of the bucket. You see what's out there. You tell people, hey, here's what's out there. Now, of course, you know so much and people are hating on you because they see what you're trying to do. You're trying to escape and you're telling them, I'll be right back. I'm gonna come back and get y'all. They bring you right back down to the point where you can't escape no more. They may even kill you. The third option is you actually do escape the bucket somehow, some way, and then you find yourself outside the bucket, and that's when you fall into a deeper rabbit hole of your perception beyond your third eye's comprehension. Once you go beyond the ninth dimension and you see what's behind that ninth dimensional wall, you begin to see what life is really about. And the thing is too, majority of your friends, your family, your co-workers, your teachers, they only operate at the third dimensional existence of life. So they can't perceive you at the fourth dimensional existence. So many of you watching this video right now, many of you are at the fourth dimensional level or fifth dimension. That's cool, that's fine, that's dandy. Some people can't even get to the sixth dimension, but you're getting there. But the thing is though, once you reach the ninth dimension, there is no, at this point, you can see people for who they are. That's exactly why I had to make this teaching, because you have to go above and beyond to actually awaken all of these eyes beyond your two lenses that you see through every single day. The heart eye represents seeing and walking with love, empathy, and compassion, helping us see the world through the emotional and spiritual state of being in love through ourselves. Emotional insight. The heart eye is a symbol for the ability to perceive and understand your emotions deeper, allowing us to connect with others on a deeper level and experience empathy and compassion from an intuitive perspective. Inner wisdom. Awakening the heart eye will enhance the intuition for us to gain deeper inner guidance, helping anyone make decisions that are aligned with their true values for their emotional well-being. Holistic healing. By opening the heart eye, you can achieve greater emotional balance through healing. Doing this practice can lead to a more harmonious and fulfilling life. Literally. And the thing is too, from my perspective, the heart eye basically indicates that you love yourself so much. So actually, let me use myself for example. Slow down, God. Use myself for example. I love myself so much that I know what it means to be loved on, because nobody can love me more than me, besides my mom and my brother and all that. That's, you know, that's love for real. But the thing is, I love myself and my people so much to the point to where I would take a bullet for the people I actually do love and care about. But the thing is though, I despise humans, but I'm practicing a human experience. So you probably be like, how the hell do you despise humans, but you're a human being, Divine? You're projecting what you are not onto me, because I am not that you think I am. Meaning that we have an identity to follow. So you go your whole life believing that you're a human being. So you have to love human beings. But if you study what a human being is, what is it being? Exactly. Human beings are nothing but mindless programs they're following a way of life. That's how you know, like, my mind is slow processing right now. That's okay though. We're a little delayed, but no excuses. Either way it goes though, you have to be able to love these demonic programs, because humans are being demons basically. As they are being demonic programs, it's a hard indication for them to find the angelic frequency in their whole existence or their whole life. Because of that, once you unlock the heart eye, you are able to walk with love beyond the lens of what you perceive love to be. Meaning that the heart right here, somebody can T-bone your car. You know that, you know what, it's not that serious, because hey, are you okay? You're still walking, you're still alive. You probably got a family at home. You probably got so much shit going on. If you didn't deliberately hit me on purpose, I forgive you, because us arguing, us fighting gets us nowhere. I forgive myself and I forgive you. But now I do need your information. I need to call, my insurance company, all of that, because you are going to pay for this shit. I still love you though, but that's how it has to be. But either way it goes, even if somebody is arguing, you have to be able to love them for what they are arguing about, because they're arguing about nothing. It's like arguing with a brick wall. It's like arguing with thin air. Why are we arguing back and forth about our truth when it doesn't matter to the Almighty Creator? We're going back and forth about contradictions. That's why silence is golden, because I don't give a fuck about how you feel about this situation. If you don't like how I perceive your perception, by all means, don't talk to me. But I still love you either way it goes. And I would hate to see you die or get mad or get arrested or get killed because you don't know how to control your emotions or your thoughts or your verbal contradictions, basically. You have to move with love to receive love, to embrace love from the universe. The mind's eye, the crown chakra. And the thing is too, the mind's eye is basically the whole atmosphere. The internal vision or imagination used in visualization, dreams, and creative thought. What I'm doing right now. Enhanced imagination. The mind's eye allows you to vividly and consistently visualize and create mental images. Helps to boost your creativity and focus on your problem-solving skills. Deeper insight. It helps in assessing deeper understanding for intuitive knowledge. This helps with facilitating clear perceptions and personal insight that goes beyond immediate sensory experiences. And the thing is, so this is the most important thing right here. Imagination. If you observe a child, if you have children at home, their imagination runs wild. But why is that? Because their higher self is observing their ego. Their ego is just running rampant because their ego has no indication on what they're actually doing in this world, because they're children. Technically young adults, but we call them children to limit their unlimited potential. Once you understand that, you are watching a dreamer have a dream with their eyes wide open. And the thing is too, your child or your siblings, your mom, your dad, they are dreaming through a creative thought, and they are having an imagination of a visualization of you, perceiving you through their mind's eye. Meaning that your mind is so powerful, your eyes are so powerful, your observation is so enlightened that your mom and your dad thought about you and you came into fruition to watch this video. On top of that, the mind's eye is the eye of the Almighty Creator. So that sun up in the sky that you can't see, but you can see how bright it's shining behind me. Who do you think is watching you with one eye open? Come on, man. I'm hungry. Soul's eye. Beyond the deeper understanding of the perception of spiritual truths, often linked with the eternal nature of the soul. I'm about to burp. Excuse me. Truly obtaining self-awareness. Your soul's eye can offer out of this world insight into your authentic self and life purpose, revealing deeper truths about your inner self and spiritual journey that you forgot you were living in. Universal connection. It harbors a sense of unity with all existence, helping you experience a greater connection with the universe, and you'll recognize how connected we are to all of life. Let me go back to that. Right. When you understand your soul, because for one, you can't sell what doesn't belong to you, because your soul's a part of this world, but your soul defines who you think you are supposed to be, because who are you being through your soul's perspective? People don't know that. But the thing is though, once you understand the spiritual truths, now you can link that with the eternal nature of your soul, meaning that you'll be able to observe not only your soul, but everybody else's soul as well. Because there are many soulless beings out here who are trying to snatch your soul from you, which is exactly why when you go into these different ways of living or different walks of life, there are beings that have no soul, but they will see that you're full of love, compassion, you're walking with humility. They will hate that. Because they have no soul, what will they do? They will observe your soul and they will steal that, not even steal it, they'll manipulate you to give your soul up, your integrity, your morality, to enhance their soulless program. That's why you have to make sure that when you attain self-awareness, that's when you'll be able to become more authentic and you'll be able to understand your life purpose, because you're not only living for yourself anymore. You're living for other people who love on you the way you love on yourself, because fuck everybody else. How do you love on you? So once you understand how you love on you, you become more authentic. That's all this is. Because, for example, teenagers or a child, that's their soul's eye. And the thing is, they're so gifted that they are unconscious to how gifted that they actually are, because their soul's eye is observing them just doing random stuff every single day, and they're actually funny. Why? Because they understand that life is just meant to be lived at their own expense, and it's free. Because it's free, they are understanding that their purpose has no purpose. They're just doing shit because they came here to do something, but they'll figure that out when they get older. Divine eye of wisdom. This eye perceives divine truths, enlightenment, and ultimate reality, connected with advanced spiritual states. Elevated perception. The divine eye grants access to wisdom that doesn't reveal itself in books, conversations, and spiritual realities, allowing you to perceive beyond ordinary experiences and grasp truths about the universe that your subconscious has a hard time grasping. Spiritual clarity. It boosts a heightened state of enlightenment and insight, helping you see a clear understanding of your spiritual path and connection to a greater cosmic order that keeps us in order. Literally. I'm just trying to make sure, snot don't come on, right here and all that, because that would be embarrassing on camera. So forgive me. And my body's cleansing itself, so it is what it is. All right, but the eye of wisdom. The thing is too, so as I stated, in the 9th dimension, and somebody will probably ask, so what dimension do you sit at mentally? The thing is, I sit at 1 through 9, but add 9 dimensions on top of that, meaning that I observe reality. I live in it just for play. But in reality, I'm observing you observing you. I'm gonna say it again. I observe reality, observing myself, observing you while you are observing you. While you're living your life, I'm basically not above you, but I am above myself through you, watching myself into you. And as you do that, I have clarity to the point to where my knowledge that I think I have, it gets deeper, it gets stronger. Meaning that, for example, I know that I'm so dumb, I like to play smart. But when I play smart, I think I'm dumb. Meaning that I can gain so much knowledge, deeper insight, different intuition, to the point to where I question how intelligent I really am. Because I don't sit at a dimension anymore. I've been past the 3rd to the 9th dimension now. So once I went through that wall of the 9th dimension, I got, curiosity killed the cat. I kept killing myself. I don't mean physically, but I mean mentally. Once I mentally went into a deeper perception beyond the 9th dimension, I climbed the ladder. I kept going into heaven. So I went to the 15th dimension, the 20th, 30th, 40th, 50, 60, 70. And the thing is, so I can make a whole teaching about them things as well, but that's for a different day. But past 100, if you want to calculate that. But beyond those dimensions, the knowledge that is in those realms, you can't even articulate that in the physical. I actually had to look that shit up, because to gain that information from that realm and bring it here through English, it'll take days to actually comprehend that. And the thing is too, that's why I'm glad the internet exists, because if I put that on YouTube, you wouldn't comprehend that today or next week or next month. It'll take you, some of you, years, maybe 5 years to comprehend 3 through like the 100th dimension in your mind. Mind you, they're all in your mind. But that's the divine eye, the eye of wisdom. Once you gain so much wisdom, how wise can wisdom be? You have to actually, and that's the thing too, once I gained this clarity right here, or this gift, I question how wise wisdom became through my enlightenment. Eye of consciousness. And the thing is too, the eye of consciousness to me means, like, for example, the observer effect. But let's get into that. Represents the awareness of self and the connection to universal consciousness, helping us see the oneness of all things. Literally, Yeah, before I cook that up, let me just go ahead and finish this off. The eye of consciousness as an observer. The eye of consciousness represents our inner observations that transcend all of our physical senses. It is an aspect for our awareness that watches every thought, emotion, and experience without needing to judge through attachment. By activating the inner observer, you must detach from the ego and gain mental clarity, seeing beyond illusions and learning the true nature of reality. Unity with a universal mind. The eye of consciousness indicates the connection to our universal mind or the collective consciousness. It allows individuals to perceive the intertwined divinity of all beings and phenomena, giving us a sense of unity and compassion. Through the eye of consciousness, you can access higher wisdom and align with the flow of the universe, guiding you towards more harmony and an enlightened existence. And the thing is too, 7 and 6 go hand in hand, by the way. But once you become an observer, you basically are, I hate using that word, but the light bearer. And that's why I exposed Lucifer's enlightenment, because was he and she the bad guy? Or wait a minute, was the story of Lucifer about your rebellion against your almighty creator? Think about when you tell a child, clean up your room, or turn off the game, or go to bed early, or eat your food. What do? They catch a fit, they rebel, they're prideful. They'll turn their back against you, or they'll argue with you because it's like, they think they know what's best for them when you know what's better for them, because you're observing their whole existence. That's exactly why we are down here right now with the parents that, actually we're programmed with the parents that we have been placed into, or to believe that these are our parents. But realistically, we are a parent to our parents, observing our parents as they are parenting their own existence through our childhood. And the thing is too, as you transcend that, you are now able to see the dualistic perspective of life in general. So when negative shit happens on the internet or just in real life, you don't even have to comment on it anymore, because when you were asleep, you would question like, okay, why is this happening? Why is Kamala and Trump doing this and that? Why are people getting killed? Why are the cops doing this and that? But as you observe reality, as you sit, even on social media or just on the news or TV or shows or movies in general, you can watch anything and your spirit will literally tell you what is going on. And the thing is, it's up to you to use common sense. So when you develop, and the thing is too, before you even gain all these insights, it's logic. Logic can literally transcend stupidity, but that's how wise and dumb logic is together. So it's a balance of being smart and dumb at the exact same time. A wise person can play a fool, but a foolish person cannot play wise. That's how wise you have to be. So once you understand that, you will be unified with the universal consciousness and your mind, meaning that you'll be able to hear not only the Almighty's perception or the voice or the frequency of God, but you can hear deities that work for God as God and Satan, because for one, Satan and God are multitudes of consciousness or deities mocking titles to guide you into a further existence that you are existing in unconsciously right now. Another one, the heart. Now, earlier we talked about the heart eye, but the heart gets deeper. The eye of the heart, literally. So now the thing is, you got the heart eye, whatever, but you got the eye that watches your heart. Meaning that, for example, if you're taking care of yourself, not eating junk food, you'll be able to watch what you're eating because you love yourself. Watch what you're watching on TV, social media, what you're consuming through conversations, phone calls, people in general. As you're driving, you're observing your eye, the inner eye. And Sophism, this eye allows anyone to see Yahuwah, Elohim, Almighty, or God within oneself and in all creation, giving you a greater connection and believing in a higher power. Seeing with the eye of the heart. The eye of the heart is a reference for someone having an inner vision in which they can perceive truth beyond their physical appearances. It allows a person to see with mercy and study the emotions and intentions of others. By using this inner eye, you can interact deeply with others and respond with empathy. Inner wisdom and intuition. The eye of the heart unlocks your intuition. It's also able to guide you into making decisions that will align you with your true self. It helps you trust your inner voice and gives you recognition of what truly matters, helping you find a more authentic and fulfilling life. Do I have to go into that anymore? I probably don't, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to. But at the end of the day though, I like this one too, because once you interact deeply with other people, you can understand why that person's mad or sad or depressed or desperate or joyful, because they're seeking attention. And because they can't find attention within themselves, you can understand why they don't love themselves. But once you love yourself, you got two options. You can either pour that love to them or pour it right back to yourself. Because once you pour that love to your companion or your spouse or your friends or randoms, you're giving a part of yourself to someone else who has no sense of self. So you're giving a leech a part of you. And then when that leech keeps leeching off of what you gave them, don't be mad when you don't have the inner eye. What's the word I'm looking for? Don't be mad we don't have the inner eye complacent. No, we don't have it connected with yourself. That took a long time. My thoughts were slow today. I apologize for being myself, but I'm not sorry for being not sorry. Prophetic eye. The ability to perceive visions, prophecies, or divine messages. Excuse me. You will be learning along with prophets and spiritual leaders. If I had the hiccups, hold on. All right. Vision beyond the present. The prophetic eye represents the ability to see beyond the present moment. You will obtain insight into future possibilities, scenarios, and see the truth far beyond what society sees currently. It will allow you to understand the crumbling of events so you can prepare or guide others with wisdom and foresight. Connection with divine guidance. The prophetic eye is open for receiving messages and insights from a higher source. This inner vision helps you align with divine will, giving you clarity and direction that gives you alignment with a greater purpose. And basically, you'll be a prophet. And once you have a prophet, you got to understand too, when it comes down to prophecy, you got to understand that you can be so prophetic that you will have to crucify yourself to gain more prophecy. Because once you get deeper into that prophetic eye of yourself, you got to understand that all the events that are coming up or leading up into what you're living in, you'll be able to contradict that. Now, of course, you got to be careful, because you can speak, or if you can foresee an event and the universe that will happen, but you can't be wrong about it. But even if you're wrong, you're still right, because don't forget, the observers that are observing your reality, they can manipulate your distortion, and they can make it seem like you are stupid. They can make it seem like you're crazy because you're a prophet. But a prophet does not have to deem themselves as prophetic. Why? Because you use your eyes to see through prophecy. Once you see through prophecy, you have a connection with divine guidance. And once you have a guidance through divinity, then you begin to understand that you have clarity and direction into what you're getting into for your purpose. So if your purpose is to be a foreseer or a prophet, so be it. All right, the next one. Keen eye discernment. This is my favorite one right here, because man, when you get discernment, oh my God. The ability to see through illusions, lies, and deceit, recognizing truth in every situation. Clarity and perception. The keen eye or the eye discernment allows you to see things that they truly are, slicing through illusions and superficial appearances. It helps you recognize truth from fiction, aiding you to making wise decisions and avoid deception. Insightful judgment. With the eye discernment, you'll develop the ability to assess situations and people with deep clarity. This sharp judgment guides you into identifying opportunities and potential downhill situations. It will push you to make a choice between paths that align with your higher purpose and well-being. And of course, self-explanatory. When you unlock this, the eye discernment, you'll be able to see through everything. Like, I'm talking about the moments before somebody even talks. You can see the lies that they will deem as truthful, but they're lying to you, and they're truth. So what is truthful in their lies? You can see through that. Not only that, once you got the 9 other eyes intact with you, you can basically see in their mind, and then you can watch their mind go to work. I can't make this up. I do it every single day, so I can't lie to you. Obviously, that's why I'm teaching it to you. Now, the thing is, too, once you have insightful judgment, you can understand how deep the judgment gets, because not only are you judging yourself through them, but you are judging yourself through yourself as well. Because once you are able to discern the BS in reality, you can set aside your practices for the betterment of your own good. Because you had discernment. Once you had discernment, you will see that the friends that you thought you had aren't your friends no more. The family that you thought was family is not your family no more. Because how is family your family when they aren't at the same frequency that you are at right now? Because in reality, we all live life at frequencies. Meaning that people, once again, like I said it earlier, people in society, I say like 99% of people in society, they live or operate at a three-dimensional existence or the surface level of things. But once you go beyond the fourth dimension of your mind and you keep climbing that ladder to heaven, your discernment will get it'll be so great that you have to accept death, because you will see people for who they are, and that shit can get scary, which is exactly why do not open all 24 of your eyes. I'm gonna get into that at the end, but let's go on. We're almost done. A thorough eye, the perception of non-physical realms, the ability to see auras, spirits, or other dimensions. Perceiving life, come on, I know y'all want to play, but go fly somewhere else. Not right now, okay? I'm just not in the mood. Perceiving life beyond the physical existence. The ethereal eye will allow you to sense and comprehend energies and dimensions beyond this physical grid of simulations. It helps you connect with the diluted, unseen aspects of reality, helping you see deeper awareness of the spiritual, energetic forces that play with our mind. Access to higher realms. Through the ethereal eye, you can become one into higher realms of consciousness, gaining outer body insights and guidance from spiritual sources. This inner vision can navigate your life with a greater sense of purpose and connection to the divine. So, self-explanatory basically. Hopefully you're taking notes, because all 15 of these, actually 24 in total, can help you for the rest of your life and your bloodline. I'm basically giving you this gem, free game, cheat codes to save your bloodline. Because think about this. Our parents will teach us this. Our teachers won't teach us this. Our friends won't teach us this. Spiritual leaders on the internet won't teach us this. But here we are today. The thing is, with the ethereal eye, you're seeing etheric energy. And if you follow me on Instagram as well, I talked about that also. But the thing is too, with these dimensions, once you see the etheric frequencies of frequent beings practicing their harmonies in higher auric considerations of frequencies, I was trying to make that shit make sense, my fault. But this is where you're able to now, you're seeing beyond this dimension right here. So for example, through this camera, you see this is like, oh, this is a nice background. But for me, I see a construct. So I don't see the clouds, I don't see the sky, I don't see the trees, I don't see the grass. I don't even see this water bottle. What I see is nothing but energy. Not even just that, I see thoughts, I see patterns, I see atoms, I see nothing but codes. I see nothing but different processes of my mind trying to comprehend time in the now, but time doesn't exist right now. So my mind is so slow that it can't catch up to me spiritually. Once you unlock the ethereal eye, you can see not only that so for example, my aura, I can't even put, for example, I see white, orange, red, yellow, blue, green, violet, aqua. All of them combined together, they determine how I'm feeling at the moment. So because I don't feel good, I feel good. Because I don't feel good, I feel good. Why is that? Because I won't let my subconscious mind bring me down into being sick. Because how can energy get sick? That's exactly why. What am I doing right now? Getting up to make myself feel better. Because why? I am going through spiritual warfare. And what? Ooh, I love this, man. I love it. I was trying to give myself so much energy, but I just don't have I don't want to shout and all that. Once you gain ascension, you get sick a lot. What do I mean? Once you get smarter, spiritually, mentally, not just physically, but mentally and spiritually, your body has to catch up. Because the thing is, I'm getting smarter every single day, obviously. Because of that, humbly, by the way, because of that, My mind is still stuck in the 3D dimension, but mentally, I'm already going beyond 999 dimensions that exist beyond a time line of lines or linear factions of consciousness in its own time limiting of its limitations. That's how deep the ethereal eye gets. I love that as well, because you can see spiritual beings in the physical, meaning that everybody you see is, you got non-playable characters, or you could say robots, programmed deities, excuse me, human beings, excuse me, artificial intelligence, gods, fallen angels, Nephilim, ascended masters, Luciferian deity. Like, there's so many of them. Once you unlock that beyond the physical, you're able to now see them for who you are. Damn, I think it was gonna be 50 minutes. I didn't want to make this too long, but I'll be lying to myself. Astral eye. Connected to our astral body. This eye perceives the astral plane, often assessing us during astral projection or deeper meditation. Vision in the astral plane. The astral eye will allow you to perceive and explore the astral plane, which is a realm beyond the physical world where our thoughts, emotions, and higher spiritual entities exist. It allows the experiences like astral projection and spiritual exploration to live in their own state of being without being judged or limited. Enhance spiritual awareness. With the astral eye, you will gain a heightened sense of spiritual awareness. You will recognize the influence of non-physical energies that have a hold on your life. This awareness gift will help you understand the connection between your inner world and the universe, providing you with your spiritual growth. Now, of course, it's exactly how it sounds, the astral eye. Once you go into the astral plane of your mind, you'll be able to not only see the astral plane, but you're astral projecting beyond the plane of existence that you're sleeping in. When you go to bed and what was the word? Enhanced spiritual awareness. So yeah, once you have an enhanced visualization of your spiritual awareness, you are becoming more aware of your projection as you're flying through the astrals, because the astrals are nothing but different levels of scenarios that exist beyond God's thoughts. Meaning that Almighty God exists in so many multitudes of life or realities that once you astral project, for example, so I'm gonna make a video on that too, about our consciousness. We're not only enslaved in this firmament, but we have other firmaments that are right next to us. But once you astral project, you can actually see other domes. Not only that, you can see other beings flying beyond these domes, and they're looking at you, looking at them, looking like, yo, you seeing this? Yeah, but you have no limitations, because once again, you can live in your own state of being without being judged or limited. You can be whatever you want. You are a superhero without a cape. And the thing is too, you are fighting different demonic forces without a weapon. You can have heat vision. You can have ice breath. You can hit people through walls. You can fly through walls. You can walk through walls. You can do whatever you want. Why? Because you have the astral eye unlocked. Because all you're doing, and the thing is too, with astral projection, we can talk deeper about that all we want. But the thing is though, all you're doing is you are observing your spiritual side through a higher observation of your eyes that your eyes can't even comprehend. So your eyes are watching you, watching yourself through your mind as you're sleeping in your bed. But the whole entire time, you're not even sleeping in your bed. You're lying down in a comfortable truth that your mind is trying to contradict through your mind. The eye of the soul, Atma Drishti. In Eastern traditions, this eye guides the soul's journey in a temporary process and awakens its connection to the divine, understanding the karma and the dharma. Seeing your true essence beyond the physical. The eye of the soul allows you to see past your external appearances and find your true self, your innermost being, basically. It helps you feel who you are at your core, beyond the roles and identities shaped by the outside world. Connection to the universal truths. Through the eye of the soul, you perceive universal truths and wisdom that transcends the material world. This inner vision helps you toward a life of authenticity, aligning your actions with a deeper purpose of your soul. Literally. So now, and what's it? Hold on, there was one of them too. The eye of the soul and get off my thing. What was the other one? Soul's eye. Exactly. That's how you know it gets deeper. So let's go to that. So now you have the soul eye, whatever the case may be. But now you are observing your soul, meaning that you are basically watching the puppet master control you as a pawn. So you are a puppet master being controlled by a puppet master, and you are the puppet forgetting that you are the puppet master to your puppetry. Literally, tricks are for kids, and you are a kid forgetting that you are an adult, wanting to heal your inner child. And the thing is too, once you perceive a universal truth and wisdom, you can transcend the material world. Because why? This shit don't matter. It doesn't matter. So whatever you do, you're doing it just because you choose to. Now, of course, you will get rewarded in this material plane. But the thing is, though, realistically, how good of a person, how great was your soul? Because it's like the heart and the feather. One of them can't outweigh the other. Your spirit has to be able to outweigh the hate that you're living in. Because of that, once you see beyond your true essence, beyond the physical, you have to become, for one, you have to, where was it at? Find your true self in your innermost being, basically. It helps you find who you are at your core, beyond the roles and identities shaped by the outside world. So for example, my mother named me Darius, but I know if I told her my name's not Darius, she would have a fit. She's like, what are you talking about? I named you Darius. Mother, you named my ego, you named my subconscious Darius, but realistically, I was never named that. But that shapes her identity as well, because that's who she thinks I am. But I am that I am. But I am not that you think I am. So because of that, once I detach myself from names, it's like divine messenger, I practice a role being a divine messenger. What does that mean? That means that consciously, I am basically a messenger for Almighty God's voice. Meaning that when I speak, it doesn't come from my ego, but I'm lying to you through my ego. But I am giving you a message that comes from the Almighty's frequency, because Almighty God doesn't have to talk, but it talks to all of us, because we are the voice of God, forgetting that we are God, but not the Almighty. The eye of omniscience. The perception that is attributed to beings that have achieved complete enlightenment, seeing all things past, present, and future. I love this as well, because when you can see these three dimensions right here, you're basically, that's when true peace is mastered. Let's keep going. Comprehensive insight. The eye of omniscience gives you a complete and all-encompassing view of reality. It allows you to understand everything with absolute clarity, seeing how all parts fit into the whole of a simulated multiverse. The universal knowledge. This eye opens up access to profound wisdom that goes beyond ordinary understanding. It helps you with universal truths, and you will learn to make decisions and live in peace with the greater flow of existence. And the thing is, and so that's the thing too, achieving complete enlightenment. And what's crazy, contradict everything, question everything. You can never achieve complete enlightenment, but you can perceive complete enlightenment. Why is that? You have to practice enlightenment every single day, meaning that you have to contradict everything that you say and go against that, but love it, because your mind's playing tricks on you. But that's why you're observing yourself every single day, because you're being true to your soul. I don't need to go deeper into that, because you obviously get it. And oh yeah, also, once you can see the past, present, and future, you live at peace. What do I mean? You don't worry about what hasn't came, because what hasn't came has already came into your life already. You just haven't seen it yet. But once you visualize and meditate in your future, currently in the present moment, you forget the past, because it doesn't define who you are. You went through that identity phase in the past so that you can identify yourself in the current moment, so that you can build for your future, to figure out who you want to be in the future, because you're growing into your successful phase of your perception. And this eye of omniscience, omniscience, omni whatever. The eye of God, basically. Last one, inner eye of silence. The eye that perceives the depth of silence by going within, where you can connect with the stillness of our universe and the essence of being still in silence. Peaceful perception. The inner eye of silence allows you to observe thoughts and feelings without being disturbed by them. It helps you experience being one as you become still through the practice of inner calmness and having a clear mind by providing a space where you can see things clearly without the noise of mental chatter. Deep insight. I was supposed to say something at the end of this video too, I forgot. Oh yeah, all 24 eyes. But yeah, deep insight through stillness. By focusing on the inner eye of silence, you can gain divine insights that emerge from a place of stillness. This quiet awareness helps you see the truth of the art of being silent and helps you make more thoughtful, intuitive decisions. You can only master this through silence. So the thing is, once you go within, you're basically being silent with the universe. So for example, there's so many things going through your mind. So many things going through my mind, but I had to silence my mind to help you understand how you can perceive the inner eye of silence, because you can only observe that vibration through being silent. So you cannot obtain this gift by being with friends all day, being at the club, being on the game all day, playing music, being on the phone, scrolling on social media, watching your favorite show or movie, talking all the time. You have to be able to be silent, be with yourself, be in solitude. And once you are able to do that, you can now have a perception of wanting to be calm in your own space of calmness. And as you do that, you will have an awareness of the truth. And that's where you find the truth at, in silence, because silence is an art. Once you master that art, you can find out the world for what you think it is. And in conclusion, let me go ahead and end this too, because that's the end of this teaching. But once you master all 24 of these eyes, by the way, there are way more than that. But I just was being generous, by the way. But once you master all these eyes, you have to understand that it's a practice that you got to do daily. So of course, it's going to be hard for you to do it on the first day, the second day, the third day. That's cool. That's nothing wrong with that. But you have to want to be better for yourself through your eyes, because for one, it starts right here. Once you knock down all the lies that you see every single day, all 14 of these eyes will make sense. Not only that, 23 of them, because knock down this, all 23 of these eyes will make sense for you, because everything that you think you're seeing, you're not actually seeing. Because of course, if we die, how are we living? On top of that, when you actually do go through death, and the thing is too, if you had an NDE before or out-of-body experience, you would know that death is nothing but a mockery. It's a mockery because once you do transcend this dimension and you actually see the observation of what it really is, and you come back here, you'll be like, no, I want to go back there, because up there is better than here. So once you become true with yourself and you awaken all of your eyes, now you begin to spread awareness not only for yourself but your whole lineage. Because when your lineage is born, or your friends, the people you care about, when they're becoming their true self or their spiritual self, they will have trouble with these perceptions or their perspectives through their eyes. But how will you guide them into seeing them for who they really are? Because who are you through their perception? Not only that, how are you observing your life through your lens? Everything you see is a lie. But add some truth to that, and now what do we have? I hope you have a great day, God and Goddess.